Greetings. I am Pearl John from Logos Management, and let me extend a warm welcome to the other 167. I'm delighted that you could join me today as we focus on the Independence Week special. As the country is gearing itself to usher in the 15th August with much fanfare, and we prepare to celebrate the Independence Day later this week, the question that comes to any thinking mind is, am I truly free? True. There is the independence from the British Raj that is to be celebrated. The fact that we are no longer under the clutches of a foreign rule clearly calls for a song and a dance. But having said that, the underlying question that still lingers in is, are you truly free? Ladies and gentlemen, I propose to unravel the notion of freedom using freedom as an acronym and get you to consider if you are truly free. F of freedom stands for fetters free. Freedom necessarily means the fetters of bondage that you were clasped by has been broken and you have emerged free. While we celebrate the fact that the chains of bondage placed on us by the Brits have been unshackled, the question is, are we truly out of bondage, is to be answered. As you look around, we see the country being torn apart even today by the bondage of caste, class, social approval, and so on. While remarkable strides have been taken to abolish caste considerations, caste as a way of life seems to pervade every fabric of our lives in the most crucial decisions within our families. Are you truly free from the shackles of the caste system? If not, this Independence Day, perhaps it is about time to usher in a caste-free country. Class considerations is perhaps even more deeply rooted in the Indian psyche, like it is globally. Very often your bank balance is more important than your character balance. When will the character take the upper hand over the currency? Appearance is another major fetter that binds many, and you are more concerned about the external appearance rather than the internal beauty. Are you truly free of the external appearance fetter? The Bible says in John chapter 8 and verse 36, if the Son sets you free, you shall be free indeed. So the Son has to set you free for you to be truly free. May the Son set you free in every area of your life this season of freedom celebrations. The R of freedom stands for redeemed. There was a price that was paid for the freedom that we enjoy. Our forefathers who fought for the freedom paid a dear price. Some sacrificed their lives and shed blood. Others sacrificed comforts and were subjected to severe living conditions. Yet others sacrificed their family time and invested in the freedom struggle. The Bible says in chapter 1 of Ephesians and verse 7, in Him we have redemption through His blood. This Independence Day, perhaps we will do well to remember the redemption of our souls that is wrought by the blood of the Lamb who gave His life willingly on the cross. Appropriate His love fully and not take it for granted. The E of freedom stands for empowerment. Knocking off the shackles results in being empowered for you to take your own decisions, act on your own accord, and achieve outcomes that you conceive on your own. This empowerment accentuates you as an individual, as an entity, as an enterprise, to go about accomplishing all that you have the potential for. As you look around, several examples of empowerment in action is evident, whether it is in education or healthcare or nutrition. Yet there are enormous opportunities for that empowerment to take its roots in varied parts of our country. There are many sections in the country that are deprived of education. Good quality healthcare eludes several thousands, and nutrition intake is still paid lip service. But in reality, there are several gaps. Perhaps there is a need to check how far are you empowering others. Remember the biblical verse in Matthew chapter 25 and verse 40, as you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers, you did it to me. The second E of freedom stands for excellence. When the bondage of chains are removed, the inhibitions that come along with the bondage are broken, and it frees you up for excellence in thought, word, and deed. We read Daniel's excellence that propelled him to prominence. In Daniel chapter 6 and verse 3, we read Daniel so distinguished himself among the administrators and the satraps by his exceptional qualities that the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. Do you pursue excellence above all else? The D of freedom stands for determination. Determination is what turns challenges into channels of possibilities. Determination to never ever get back into the yoke of bondage is so crucial to ensure you can consciously keep the oppressors at bay. A new research by psychologists of the Northwestern University suggests that those who go back to old ways of living or habits may succumb to a cognitive distortion called restraint bias. Bolstered by an inflated sense of impulse control, you overexpose yourself to temptation and fall prey to impulsiveness. Thus, determination is key to break free from the shackles of bondage. How determined are you? The O of freedom stands for overcomers. As recipients of freedom, you are called to be an overcomer. As you have overcome the bondage, you shall no longer get back into bondage, for you are an overcomer. Check your life to see if you are an overcomer across the diverse aspects of your life. In 1 John chapter 5 and verse 4, you read, "For everyone who has been born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith." You are an overcomer not because of your strength or your cleverness. No, you are an overcomer because of your faith. Perhaps you will do well to examine your faith. How do you exercise faith in the diverse aspects of your life? The M of freedom stands for move forward. Freedom is not static. It is never status quo. It is dynamic. Freedom must result in moving ahead, and every passing day you ought to exercise that freedom and progress forward better than the day before. In the words of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31, we see a classical expression of freedom. You soar as the eagles, renewing your strength. Are you soaring, or have you become stagnant? If you have turned stagnant, you need to do some more soul searching this season and commit yourself to soar like the eagles, strong, sharp-sighted, and swift. May God grant you the grace to be truly free this Independence Day, physically, mentally, socially, economically, and in every other dimension of life. That is my prayer for you. This is Pearl John signing off The Other 167. Thank you for watching The Other 167 and urge you to share this with your friends and contacts. We will meet next week and continue the series of In the Footsteps of the Dynamic David in a World of Stifling Shouts, the penultimate part. Do join in. Have a great weekend and God bless.